Erica, good morning. Stefan, good morning. How are we doing today, crew? How are we feeling? Willie, good morning. Oh boy, do we get to talk about some fun stuff today, guys. Welcome to Pistol Friday. In other words, we're going to work on our ankle mobility today, gang. Alex, you're the school bus today, huh? Trevor, oh my gosh, welcome. I'm so excited you stopped by. Alex, because it's all about me. How long is your commute, Alex? We are going to go over quite a bit of ankle mobility this morning because, let's be honest, whether or not you can do a pistol or not, we need this. This is important. So I'm dusting off my longtime favorites for you guys that I should probably reemploy. Trevor, first time caller, long time listener. I love that. Gary, good morning. Trevor brought a 65-pound dumbbell. That means Trevor's going to win the Open, the Worldwide Open. If he's been fond of that dumbbell for, going on how many years now? Trevor, I expect a top 100 finish. Yes, Gary. You have to just let me know what you guys decide. It's going to be cold tomorrow. It's cold today. Erica, give me your scout report on this workout. It looks brutal. Trevor, have you done any fitness this morning? Willie, is it legs or shoulders today? Why do I always get this confused? I need to know your schedule by now. Gary, is your back healed yet? I know we got excited about deadlifts, but it's all that really matters, Alex. Dang. Trevor, you should have just kept the 65 train going until everything was just like touch and go and it just looked like a beach ball. Erica, really that bad? Willie, boulder shoulders. That's my favorite saying, so I'll have to remember Fridays. You guys, I got my propane tank fixed yesterday. Well, in other words, I just got it refilled yesterday, so I just expect to make this place like a sauna today since yesterday was so cold. Dang, Gary. Well, you can teach all of us how to bowl. Bowl. 8 to 12 inches of snow, Willie. Oh my gosh, do you have supplies? I just consider that. No, my bear over there eating bugs. I do worry about her standing in front of my little fire thing over there, but she's distracted by bugs, so that's good. Ooh, Gary, if with your back hurting, are you talking about pistols? Maybe we wait for box jumps and pistols if your back's still hurting you, because this workout is a posterior wrecker. And I say that from a place of love. Maybe we hold off on that so that we can keep you healthy. Just my personal opinion, because looking at this workout, Gary, you could do step-ups without the med ball. Unless you're feeling 100%. If you tell me you're feeling 100%, that's one thing. Erin, good morning. You made it by. Julie, good morning. Oh, gosh, Stefan, I know. That's like, Trevor, baby duty. That's important, too. That should probably be priority number one. Then afternoon fitness. Gary. Health number one. I'm waiting for our Bluetooth to work here, crew. I don't know why it forgets itself. But I'm already feeling toasty, so this is positive. Diana, good morning. Diana, how are we feeling? How was the off day? Nice, Erica. Awesome. I'm glad that you did the box version. I'm going to show you a plate version of pistols today, too, just for a little more functionality. Because just thinking about the banded stuff yesterday. Jason, good morning. Welcome back. Gary, I'm trying. Anders, you made it. Well, the clean and jerks, yes, like Gary. I worry about the pistols and box jump combination. That's just it's just a lot. And these are not hang dumbbell clean and jerks, correct? He feels no pain. I get it. Nice, Aaron. Aaron, I'm proud of you. See, Gary, look what Aaron did. Aaron's a good example. Healing stitches. Ever, Alex. We are never seated. Well, I said that was some kind of accent. I'm not sure what version that was. Did today's body weight yesterday, doing tomorrow's at lunch. Gosh, snow shoveling Willie. Oh, yes, Stefan. You guys know me. I'm like the worst texter and message checker. Work in progress. Stefan, that is a fabulous picture. Okay, crew. Let's get this started because I want to go over some mobility, and this is a longer workout this morning. Blake, good morning. Aaron, I have 2 scars on my shins from them too, so I get it. Stefan, you will break the internet. You guys, I almost couldn't go live today. I lost power in my house before this. I mean, I know I'm somewhat tardy generally, but this morning, no power. Alex, we're definitely going to be moving by then. You just pause us. I'll just cheer you on the whole time. What would Thomas do? What would Thomas say? He would say, get better. Did you like your new grips, Gary? Aaron, well, I'm glad that you healed up, though. And Mr. Thruster, you're early today. This is fair. I mean, Alex, that is fair. I'm trying to be, I was ready to go much earlier today, and then all of a sudden I walk out to the garage and the power turns out. But it's back on, so silver lining. All right, crew. So I'm going to go over our warm-up, and then we're going to jump into some ankle mobility and some warm-ups for pistols, because we haven't gotten to talk about those. I'm excited to talk about them today. So, guys, for your warm-up, 3 rounds, 45 seconds of high knees, 10 jumping air squats, 10 glute bridges. Alex, if you do the workout on the side of the road, I expect to see some video content. Trevor's right. If you're dedicated, you'll do it on the side of the road, regardless of the temperature. It's quite chilly, though, crew. Although Alex, I feel like, probably has much warmer weather. What? Erica said she felt like she might puke in this workout. Wow. Erica, I trust you with my life, so interesting. All right, Willie, I'm ready when you are. Well, okay, well, side of the road would be pretty cold for you. All right, guys, let's get through 1 round of this warm-up. You guys do 3, and I will start discussing our mobility. So hopefully we're all not doing pistols on our toes today. Thanks, Billy. There it is. Now we're ready. Gary, I have to get going today. Got to rock and roll. And I mean, you should have really twisted Willie's arm because he's like he's like the clock starter, you know? Did any of you guys ever, were you ever responsible for the clock at basketball games? I don't know why we had to end up doing that at like one point in my life. They do a lot of AAU stuff in Cocoa Beach for sports. And one year they asked us to do the clock. It was so stressful. Willie's like the clock man. Okay, 45 seconds of high knees. I'll just be like hide me by this heater over here. Little bear, don't catch your hairs on fire, bud. Erica, that's amazing. I'm gonna be interested to see how sore you are tomorrow. Little bear. So 45 seconds of high knees or low knees, however where we need to be. Little bear. Medium knees. Oh, guys, and it is a colder weekend, so we're going to have to pay attention here. Oh, Little Bear, you doing Chinese too? So about 15 more seconds. What, bud? I wish we were going walkies, buddy. Okay, so after your 45 seconds of high knees, we're going to go into 10 jumping air squats. We don't, Aaron, this is true. We do not want a fire bear. Erica, but I love the version that you did. Nice, Anders. Blake, don't tempt me with a good time, Blake. You know I'll tell you a story, but I can work out and tell stories. Little Bear, jumping air squats, bud. Look at all that flight there, guys. Just because it's jumping air squat doesn't mean you have to be hitting the ceiling when you're doing it. But remember, guys, we want to start practicing good habits, keeping that chest nice and tall, trying to get below parallel, even though it's our warm-up. 10 glute bridges, gang. Then you'll go through that 2 more times. Then I'm going to tell you stories about ankle mobility. Who doesn't want to do that? Oh, here comes Little Bear. All right, guys, so focus on squeezing those glutes, that posterior, keeping that core nice and tight. You can stand there for a second if you want to. Just make sure you feel that in your core, and your glutes, and your posterior. We want to get everything nice and wide sit, buddy. So you have 10 of those. It's like doing it with a dumbbell if you have a dog, trying to get your attention. 3 more. Thank you. And 10. All right, Chris, so go through that warm up 2 more times. Oh, bear weighted glute bridge, yes. Little Bear says, good morning, Valentina. Anders, that's so awesome. Danielle, too. Good grief. Everyone getting it done. I love it. No. Little Bear Trevor is like, lately, she's like, I'm in your face. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I 100%. Whoever brought up the silencer pads from Titan Fitness that were on sale the other day, I 100% blame you. I was like, because I just bought some for Cocoa Beach, not that brand, it was a different brand, and they were way more expensive. And then I saw the memo that those ones were on sale, and I don't know that I really needed them, but now I have them. Handstand push-ups, you know. Stefan, if you cut your toenails, you have better stability on clean and jerks. Is that true? Or do you lose grip? Because, I mean, if you had Santa toenails, I feel like you get like a little bit extra grip. All right, guys, so we're going to start with like a little dynamic ankle mobility. So this is good for, oh my gosh, if you're doing, especially like snatches, squat cleans, pistols, anything that has that deep squat. Oh, thanks, Bear. You are awfully needy this morning, buddy, but very cute. So what you'll start with, guys, is you'll find a box or a bench. And you know how I usually say keep your knees from going over your toes? Today, it's a little bit different, guys. I want you to start warming that up. But just remember, too, as we're stretching and doing these warm-ups, if you're doing longer stretches, you're reducing your power output in the long run. So if you have strength work later or some other things, we're just going to be doing 10 to 20-second stretches as opposed to 30-second stretches. So just remember, if you have some stuff today where you need to be explosive or you're lifting weights, I wouldn't be spending a lot of time in just stretching. But if this is what you're doing today, you could do some longer stretches if you want. But we're just trying to warm up that ankle, those hips. Come down there for 5 to 10 seconds. Just trying to get those ankles warmed up. Or if you're still going through that warm up, Little Bear likes stadium seating, clearly. Good job, buddy. I know it's cold outside. All right, guys. So you're kind of getting the Cliff Note version because it is a longer workout, and we're supposed to go through this in like a reasonable amount of time. But the next little test we're going to do, guys, and then I'll show you some banded ankle distraction and a little goblet warm up, and then we'll get going, is so crew. If you have a pole, this is a great ankle test to see if you ever get stuck. So you need to see if you have any ankle limitations. So we're looking for about 5 inches. So about a fist and a thumb away from a rig or a wall. And what I'm going to do here now is, while trying to keep my heel on the ground, I want to see if I have any limitations with my ankle. So I'm going to push that knee and not letting it cave in towards the rig. See, I already feel super tightness in my shins and my calf gang. So if you can get there without your heel coming off the ground, you likely don't have a ton of ankle restrictions, but I feel like it's hard work for me to get there without pushing my ankle off the ground, and I know I have some ankle stuff. So that's kind of my test, about 5 inches away from the rig, not letting that knee cave in. This ankle is showing me that I have huge ankle limitations because I can't even get it close to the rig without my heel coming off the ground. So because of that, I know I need to do a couple more stretches before we get started. So I'll show you 2 of my favorites, and then we'll rock and roll into this workout crew. Get you guys over there. Amazon bands coming in handy, gang. So, banded ankle distraction crew. So how this is going to work, you could have that band on a rig if you have bands. If you don't have bands, I'll show you another one. But you'll attach this band to rig, pole, object, table, whatever you can find. And then you'll grab a plate. And the idea with this band, guys, is we want it right. So I can bring my. If you put the band too high on your ankle, you won't be receiving the benefits of this banded distraction and opening up that ankle. You want it right on the talus. So right between that crease right there, if you put it too high, it won't be doing anything. You want it right on that talus, right there on that crease. So I'm going to put that band around there, and while on this plate, you'll see me, I'm sure you've seen people do this before, but I actually really, really like this. No. Sorry, buddy. I love you, but you're gonna wait. I love you, but you're gonna wait. Come on. Come here, buddy. Little Bear's too excited about it. I'm 30 today. I'm excited too, Bear. So you're going to see me put that band right in between that crease. This is a really tight band, so. And then I'll bring that plate back. And same idea, guys. But don't let that knee collapse. You want to push that knee forward, out. I would hold no more than 10 seconds because we have some box jumps ahead. So you're going to see a massive difference in how your ankles move. So like I said, if you're snatching or doing pistols or anything like that, I would really encourage to warm up like this. So again, we're supposed to only have about 30 minutes today, so you're seeing me fly through these. I do 2 to 3 sets of this if you have the time. Same idea, not letting that knee cave. Flossing that ankle back and forth. I used to do these every day. They're a great warm up. All right, gang. So, number 1 of my favorites. Number 2, you guys have seen me do this before, and maybe not grab such a heavy dumbbell, but we're going to take that dumbbell, push our hips back into that deep squat position, and again, not letting my knee cave. I'm going to push that knee towards my toe. And I'll sit down here, 10 seconds on each side. Sit down really, really getting the depth and movement of that deep squat. Same on this one. So I know we went through that pretty quickly, gang, but that's your test for, do you have some sticking points in those ankles? And also just really, really getting those ankles nice and warm for any sort of deep squat or pistol type movement. I know, that was a lot, crew. It was a lot of tutorial. But I promise, when you go back to the rig and you do that test, so this was my tighter ankle to my fist. Now, I can easily get that knee to the rig without my heel coming up. And in the warm-up, I had a good ½ inch underneath my heel. So now I can be a little more productive on these. Yes, Blake, hopefully it helps. Yes, Danny, these ankle mobilities have been around for quite some time. Like I said, I used to do them all the time. Then you get into other routines, but I'm glad that pistols came up today and we could get into them. So let's go over this workout and then I'll show you some pistol variations. We kind of talked about them a little bit yesterday. I know this is a much longer warm-up than we usually do, guys, but we needed it today. All right, crew. So no worries. Let me know how it helps, guys, because it's definitely, I see a huge difference. Even with 10 minutes of that warm-up, huge, huge difference. And honestly, sticking points in your ankles cause more issues in mobility than people can imagine. Absolutely, Blake. You will see improvement if you do that regularly. Definitely did that a lot. Thanks, Danny. Yes, no. I'm glad that you guys push me and remind me to start doing these things too. And I'll show you some fun functional pistol subs too. So you can improve them as well. All right, guys. So for body weight, we have 3 rounds, 20 box jumps, 20 Cossack squats. Thanks for that, Blake. I finally changed how I say it. Directly into 3 rounds, 30 alternating box step-ups, 10 Cossack squats. Time cap, 20 minutes. And then for minimal, 30 box jumps, 15 double dumbbell clean and jerks, 50s for the men, 35s for the women, 30 box jumps, 15 double dumbbell clean and jerks, 30 box jumps. Then we jump into 20 pistols, 10 double dumbbell clean and jerks, 20 pistols, 5 double dumbbell clean and jerks, 20 pistols, and 5 double dumbbell clean and jerks. Aaron, yes. I mean, they're one of those movements, it's a slippery slope because a lot of people have some knee issues and other things, and they say it's the pistol that hurts them when really we have to address some other mobility work to get to the pistol. It's not necessarily that pistols hurt our knees, it's that we have other knee issues coming from other areas that make pistols wildly uncomfortable. So we just need to do a better job of working through this mobility so that we can be effective if it's a movement we choose to do. And we have, like I said, several variations of doing it. So, I need my box today, gang. Yeehaw. So you guys are familiar with box jumps, I know. So we have our box jump or box step up today. Just making sure to extend your hips at the top. I always promote stepping down unless you're in some sort of competition setting or your box step up. Gary, be careful with your back. Think about what I said. I don't want you to hurt yourself today. So we got to take care of ourselves. Erin went the smart route today. Proud of you for that, Erin. And then the other movement in body weight is our Cossack squat, which I was calling a cross-sack squat for some time. Thanks for that, Blake. And this is another example of needing to work on mobility. So you'll have your feet wider than shoulder width apart and trying to keep that chest nice and tall. We're trying to get below parallel on these. I'm super tight in this movement. So it's definitely something I need to work on to be better about getting below parallel on this as well. So those will be your couplet movements for body weight. Box jumps, Cossack squat, alternating box step-ups, Cossack squats. Now for minimal gang, we have those box jumps, sauce over that, and then we have our double dumbbell clean and jerks. Whew. All right, crew. So you have your dumbbells, as you well know. With deadlifts, I always tell you to sit back a little bit, but I just want you to think about being able to keep that chest nice and tall. And what we're going to try to do here is go immediately from the dip to the press, because you don't want to lose that momentum, guys. So if you're able, I want to use that momentum from that dip straight into that jerk, especially with double dumbbells. So I'm going to think explosive, pushing off my feet off the ground, catching in that dip straight into that jerk. Touch one head of the dumbbell, straight into that dip, and using that dip and drive on that jerk to save some energy. If you need to pause at the top, you can do that. Just really, really remember to try to utilize some sort of dip and drive through that. So guys, moving on to our pistols. A pistol is basically a single-legged squat, and they take some time to learn. So if you don't have a pistol today, no worries, crew. We can get there. We just have a lot of mobility and strengthening. It's mobility, strength, and coordination on this movement. So we're going to push those hips back. Always think about initiating this movement by pushing those hips back like you're sitting in a chair. You can grab that foot if you need to for balance. You'll come down into that squat and stand up. If that's too difficult, some awesome subs for this, guys. Again, because we're thinking about pushing our hips back. Well, we have to stick with it. Let's try this again. Sit back to that box, explode up. Push your hips back to that box, explode up. And you can adjust the height of the box that you're using so that eventually you can be working on your depth to the pistol. So yesterday I showed you guys a banded version, but I remembered a version that I like a lot more because it's a lot more functional if you're trying to learn a pistol. And that's a touchdown squat, because it's also teaching you glute activation. So if you are wanting to learn a pistol, I encourage you to grab a plate and we'll do a touchdown squat. So what that is you'll see me push my hips back, and with this leg straight, I'm tapping that foot on the ground like there's eggshells down there. So I'm pushing my hips back, tapping that heel with that leg straight. This is a functional movement. This is going to help you across the board in multiple CrossFit movements. And as you get better, you can add more plates. So if that's too easy, I can do that same touchdown squat with a higher plate, and you're going to be feeling that in your glute and your legs. Just remember, we initiate by pushing our hips back. And as you get higher and better, you can even start adding the sweeping pistol motion to this. So eventually, I'm going to push my hips back. I can do that touchdown squat. I can sweep that foot through, and then it's not so aggressive on my ankle mobility, and my glute is already burning from that. So again, from this side, you'll see me push that hip back, keeping that leg straight, touch that heel down, that's touchdown squat, glute already on fire. So I can do that, and then sweep that leg through just a little bit, and I'm getting that pistol motion, training those exact muscles and working on my mobility to get down to that pistol squat. I have no knee pain from doing that. I didn't just squash my knee down or just try to force myself into a pistol. So that's working on my strength, my stability, and my coordination. We talked a little bit yesterday about band assist pistols. I understand wanting to do that range of motion, but that's not really training our coordination and strength and stability as well as a progressive movement like this. So those are my subs and suggestions. And honestly, those touchdown squats, those are what I used to do every day when I kept having like some hamstring tightness and issues. And those touchdown squats were one of the keys to fixing all that. Wow, crew. That was a mouthful. We did basically 30 minutes of warm up, but it was tutorial day because we've never seen pistols show up before, and now I'm sweating. So, ready to rock and roll. Crew, any questions? Like I said, I know that was a mouthful this morning. We did a lot of talking, but I know we're ready to go now. Like I said, that was a lot, gang. Heck yes, Stefan. Awesome. Hopefully it helps. Yes, if you have ankle issues, lifting shoes do help a lot in pistols. That is the truth. Oh, it's all stuff that comes from other people that are amazing at mobility and PT and all of that stuff. Alex, yes. But now we're going to get started. We took our time because I love the opportunity to learn and work on mobility and strength and perfecting these movements. Because that's the other thing, guys. You can always be learning something in CrossFit. We can always be improving. So I love days like this that are a reminder of tips and things we can do to get better at all these movements. So I didn't really give that much love to my other leg. So I should probably make sure it's warm enough. Boxes, pistols, just so ready to go, gang. Like I said, I'm sweating. All right, any questions? Stefan. Thanks, Aaron, you too. Awesome, Jan, I'm glad that was helpful. Alex, I know. Alex, catch up. You said wait till 9. It's 9, so we're starting. Any last questions, guys? Go time. I have to somehow remember these reps. Oh, wow. Chalk storm. This, it might be coming with me. My pad today, guys. Got to keep the notepad with me. It's a longer workout, so. All right, 20-minute time cap, gang. Let's do this. 30 box jumps, 15 clean and jerks, 30, 15, 30, 20 pistols, 10, 5, 20, 5. Definitely going to be watching this. So 30, 15, 30, 15, 30. So that's like a dumbbell clean and jerk Oreo. Then we go pistol, clean and jerk, pistol, clean and jerk. Is that right, gang? Is it 10, 5, 5 for the dumbbell clean and jerks after the pistols? Seems strange that the number goes 10 and then 5, 5. 15, 15, 10, 5. Well, okay, I see the Oreo. All right, crew. Blake, I thought that was a squirrel. I'm like, yes, it probably belonged to that group. Likely. Yes, Trevor, the day we do the 30-minute warm up. No warm up, let's go. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I'm sweating. I made my garage toasty this morning since it was so cold yesterday. Crew, let's do this. Hopefully I don't get lost. We'll be good. All right, gang. Alex, I'm going to assume that you're ready because we did a 30-minute warm up. Starting with $30, Jumps team. Let's do this. Okay, we are starting in 3, 2, 1. Party time, gang. It's Friday. Let's do this. See you on the flip side, guys. It's amazing how good you feel when you do a good warm-up, girl. I mean that. Great work, guys. Nice job, Alex. If you guys like a descending rep scheme, you know, like a 6-5-4. If you're looking for quick rest on the clean and jerks. $15, crew. Think over jump on your box jumps. Nice job, Alex. Nice job, guys. Awesome job, crew. And 30. Great job, gang. Remember, quick rest. If you're resting too. Good work, guys. Remember to release that momentum in that dip and drive on those spinning jerks. Awesome job, guys. Nice job, Alex. Crushing it, crew. And 30. Welcome to those pistols, guys. Remember your versions. Keep these nice and paced. First one feels a little wonky, it's okay. Like, how good do our ankles feel now? And 20. Some people hold on to that foot for extra balance too, guys. I'll do that on the next one and show you the different version. 10 clean and jerks now. Great job, guys. So, another pistol variation. Some people like to hold on to that foot. Different for everybody. Keeping that knee a little bit. It's just personal preference. it to be a little slower, but it's super helpful from a balance standpoint. And 20. 5 fingers, guys. Last 20 pistols, gang. Pushing through the last set, crew. You got it. Nice job, Alex. And 20. 5 fingers, crew. Woo! Oh. 11:49 with my 10. Great job, guys. Wow. Hello, pistols. Happy Friday, tribe. Oh. Tasia knows how to give us a happy Friday. Anders. You too. Thanks, Erica. Thanks, guys. That was a good one. Wow, that was tough. But any open style workout, that's why we like them. Good opportunity to push ourselves. Thanks, Diana. I'm excited for you to do this today. Let me know how some of those pistol progressions go. Diana, I know you have great mobility. I bet you'll be really good at them. Great job, guys. That was really fun. I like that one. So one other thing I thought about too, I'll read you your accessory real quick, and then one more tip for the road, gang, since this was really more tutorial day. Thanks for hanging in there on that. So you get some tips and tricks for first time seeing that movement. I love it. All right, guys. So for your accessory today, 5 Turkish get-ups each side. If you need me to demo it, I can. I know that's a more complicated movement. 20 dead bugs, 10 bird dogs. Especially do not skip your accessory today. And number 1 after this workout, I want you guys to promise me, even though I don't have a machine here to show you, 5 minutes of cool down today. Whether it be a walk or a spin on a bike. If you don't have a bike, just go for a walk. Do some laps around the house. Thanks, Erica. Oh, yeah. Rich doesn't love pistols, but it's because he doesn't have any cartilage left in his knees from, I think, all his football days and everything. So for him, he can do pistols 9 day. When he did that semifinal workout with the GHDs and pistols, he flew through the pistols. I'm like, whoa. Most of the time when you watch Rich work out, you go, whoa. Even when you've been there for 7 years. Especially pistols. But something that's common when you are doing a pistol, So sometimes holding the foot, like I said, it's easier for balance, but also you're getting a little bit of that leg bend and you're assisting that hip. So when you're holding it like this, you're getting a little extra help holding that leg up, because sometimes during pistols, your quads will start to cramp, but it's actually your hip flexors. So an exercise that's really good for that is if I would go over to the wall right now, but I feel like you won't hear me if I'm over there. So I'm going to imagine this is actually flat, because you want your back flat against the wall, not arched like this. So think about tucking your tailbone so there isn't daylight in between there. And I'm going to show you a great hip flexor warm up. Thomas, go back to the very beginning of this workout. I did 30 minutes of ankle mobilization, the ones I sang you yesterday too. So go watch it play, Thomas. But also, guys, if you're looking to strengthen, so I showed you those pistol progressions, and again, imagine this box is flat, because I don't want you to arch your back here so there's daylight. I want you to tuck that tailbone. So if it was flat, my back would be up against it. And what I'm going to do here is you're going to see me do some leg raises where I'm keeping my core nice and tight, and I'm working on using those hips, because we'll get those quads will start to cramp and that leg will start to drop, especially if you're not a fan of holding the foot. So to strengthen those hip flexors, this is a great extra work for toe to bar and things like that. I like to do 10 pulses on each side. Even 4 in, I already feel fatigue in that hip flexor. So I'm keeping that back nice and tight. I'll do 10 pulses here, nice and tight, nice and flat, that core nice and tight, and 10 pulses here. So that will give you some strengthening for those hip flexors. If that foot starts to drop, or if you're experiencing cramping in those quads from the pistols. So that combination of touchdown squats from the beginning and those hip pulses, if you do really want to become a pistol master, as well as that'll really help your toe to bar as well. And lots of other movements. V-ups. I mean, you need your hip flexors more than we give them attention. Oh, Alex, that was rough. There are a couple of times I'm like, let's go. Happy Friday. Nice, Thomas. Yes, basically what I sent you this morning is what I did with the group to get warmed up. And then we did some pistol progressions, but they're also, those touchdown squats are incredible. I would do those before snatching, deadlifting, squat cleaning. If you really, really are looking to kind of be the next level of making sure you're moving properly, that's a warm-up that I would really, really incorporate. And little things like that, like those hip raises. You don't realize how important those things are until you're doing a workout like this and you start to fatigue. Gary, 100% Gary, I would encourage you to do a different version than the workout today if your back's even still sore while you're sitting. Because I felt my low back that whole workout, and I don't have any back issues right now. So just be smart about that. Maybe do the step ups. The clean and jerks I feel like would be fine, but definitely not pistols. Heck yes, nice, Thomas. This was an extreme learning Friday, Danny, absolutely. I just get excited. I'm a big nerd at heart, so when new movements come up, I'm like, oh my gosh, we get to talk about all of this stuff. Okay, Gary, I will. All right, crew, we went really long today, but that was an awesome workout. We had a lot to learn and talk about today. Alex, nicely done. Way to jump in and get that done. I'm very proud. And like I said, crew, awesome work today. Let me know if you try any of those warm-ups, any of the strengthening or the progressions. Let me know if they help you. I felt really good starting that workout because we did that nice long warm-up. And then my hips and my low back, I could feel that even with like the hip pulses in the end. But anyway, crew, this was an awesome week. Super thankful for you guys. What a fun week of programming. Tej always crushes it. Oh, yeah, Okay, guys, I'm going to go inside and sit and check all these messages that I've missed because I've got apparently some really fun content waiting. I just can't wait. But yes, crew, super proud of you guys today and this week. Can't wait to get after it again next Monday. But I hope you guys have a happy Friday An excellent weekend. Careful shoveling all the snow. Willie, careful shoveling snow. I know you have the endurance for it though, so good luck. Okay, Stefan, I will check. Thanks, Diana. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Erica. Thanks for the heads up on everything too. Bye, Gary. Bye, Blake. Bye, crew. Thomas, Trevor, thanks for joining today too. Willie, Danny, you guys have the best weekend, and I will see you on Monday.